if the property can be listed, now, it can be listed if they have the time for it. It takes 90 to 120 days to get a listing sold, and the house is in pretty good condition, then I'm gonna explain to them, listen, this house is in pretty good condition. I've had people tell me the house is terrible, and I go there and it's not terrible. So I say, you have two choices here. You can list it, right? I'd like you to list it with me, but you can list it with anybody. Or you can sell it to an investor. So here are the pros and cons to all of them. Listing, it's gonna get you the most money, always, right? You sell it to an investor, you're gonna get less money. But if you list it, an inspection is gonna have to be done after you agree on the price. An appraiser is gonna come. That inspector can ask for repairs to be made. The appraiser can require that repairs be made if it's an FHA loan. If you do it with me, if you sell it to me as an investor, no inspection or appraisal, right? When you list it, if that inspection or appraisal comes up and that buyer's not happy, they can change the price. So you may agree on a price of $700,000, but then they say we like a $50,000 adjustment or price reduction. With me, the price never changes. I'm gonna give you a number, the price never changes. If you list it, you have to be on a buyer's timeline. If people have to get their kids into school, or people have to move out of wherever they are, you're gonna need to move out. If you're not ready, if you don't have a place to go, you don't know what's going on, you're gonna be on that buyer's timeline. If you sell to me or any investor, I'll close whenever you want. That can be longer, right? I bought many houses from people who wanted to go to contract with me because they didn't have any place to go and they needed more time. They didn't want to be on a buyer's timeline. Now, what comes up a lot for the hoarder houses or the crappier older houses is people don't want to clean it. So I say if you sell to a buyer and you list it, you have to get it broom clean. If you sell to me, you can leave everything here. And I've seen people change their entire demeanor when I told that to them. What I've experienced a lot, I don't know why lately, is I've bought houses from people who grew up in the house, parents stayed there, they moved out, could have been 40 or 50 years ago, parents died, they inherit the house, and they cannot bring themselves to throw anything out. They know that they should throw out their mother's third grade report cards, but they can't. It's just an emotional attachment to it. Now they know when I buy it, I'm gonna dump that stuff right away. And they probably know they can go pay somebody to clean it out, but they can't be the one to do it. And what happens a lot is they say, oh, we're all gonna get to this weekend, we're all gonna get together, we're gonna clean it out. And then they call me on Monday and go, we didn't even make a dent. We'll take your offer. So telling people that they can leave everything, there are people who do not know that they can sell a house with tons of crap in it. They just don't understand that. To me, to them, when you sell a house, it's clean. So I let them know that. Another thing is when you list it, there's a mortgage contingency, right? So that's a standard contingency that a buyer has that says if they don't get financing or they get denied, they can get their money back. That is in many ways a get out of contract free card. And I know that because I was in the mortgage business 17 years and people called me and said, I changed my mind, give me a denial. Very easy to deny somebody for a mortgage, incredibly easy. Documentation expires all the time. Pay stubs are good for 30 days. If I give my pay stub 32 days ago, I can deny you for a mortgage, you asked for it, because insufficient income documentation. So if you sell to me, there are no contingencies. I cannot get out of contract. And also, if they're listed, you may have to show it dozens of times. You may have to make some crappy agent might call you at 9 p.m. and say, hey, I have a buyer in the area, can I come by right now? No, I'm sleeping. Well, I'm at your front door, can you open the door? That happens, right? But I say, if you're gonna sell to me, possibly one showing, right? I'm gonna wholesale it or for contractors. So I just give you the pros and cons. Those are the pros and cons, straight up. I'll give you both numbers if you want. So I will give people two offers, right? If it can be listed, I'll make both offers. I'll give them what I can pay for it, and I'll give you a price that I suggest that you should list it at. And I'll let them know what you're gonna net, right? So list it at $500,000, I'll pay you $400, for example. But if you list it for $500,000, you're gonna pay commissions on it. I don't know if you're gonna get $500 for it. You might get less, you might get more, but I don't know. And you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna net after commissions are paid.